I can see you've been thinking a lot about this. He's getting
I think too much now that I know it. It's really probably not healthy.
May the Connor be with you.
I know what brothers do to each other. Male brothers. Boys like sit on each other's faces. Or like grab their face and I'm like, seriously? Guys, knock it off.
I told you I'm a big one.
This is what I said the interview. Actually, it was last night. Don't do that. That's how you start your shorts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh!
As a sub for school. And my kids are all upset about it. So
I'm gonna
must
retire
be a
now.
retire.
I think I was a little off. It was really close. Morning, guys. Let's do roll call. Caitlin?
Yeah.
Connor? Yeah. Joel? Sarah? Emma? Angela? Jordan? Peach? Alexis? Lindsay? Erica? Kevin? James?
Yep.
Greg? Jefferson? Okay, I think that's 15. Happy Friday, guys. Let's get into teams of 2, or if you would like to just go solo, just stand by yourself, that's cool. Teams of 2, buddy, that you would like to run this workout. 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, awesome. Okay, we'll get cracking. Guys, it's teams of 2. This workout is for time. There's no cap, but I don't think we'll need that. It's a big chipper. So, got some body weight movements mixed in with DT. So I want to cover the body weight movements first. I'm going to cover DT last. Okay, in case it's not familiar. For many of you, it likely is. It's a very classic barbell combo. Okay. Everything on the list is shared, one person working at a time. You need some pull-up space, and if you're using the same weight as your partner, you just need one barbell with some plates to make it heavier, or if you want different weights or just prefer your own barbell, get 2 up. Okay. Toes to bar. We got 70. We're going to trade off with a partner. I wouldn't do much more than double digits at a time, even if you could, just to save your grip, because DT is going to require a lot, and there's more pull-ups in the workout. So think like 5 at a time, maximum probably 10 at a time. So for toe to bar, use a target where you know you can hit 5. If that is, okay, if we need to just pick up, or L, or chest, woo! Or bar, okay. Thank you, Connor. I thought it was pretty good. Pick one you can hit 5 when you're tired, okay? Your partner roughly in the same area as you. You don't need to like high five between reps. Just make sure only one of you is going at a time, okay? Any questions on total bar? Lovely. I'll go over this again at the end, but pull-ups. Set them up where you get 5 at a time. Okay, so if you need bands for pull-ups, let's say I want this to be my total bar station, just kind of have your band hanging here, because obviously you don't want a band there when you do a total bar, or that can get really dangerous. But just throw your band across when it's time to do pull-ups if you need a band. Set them up where you can get about 5. Switch off it. Again, you could probably do more than 5 pull-ups at a time. This is going to be a pretty grippy workout. There's a lot of deadlifts, a lot of hang power cleans. So break this up early and switch fast. Okay? Any questions on pull-ups? Sweet. Your last one, burpee chest to bar. We'll find a bar that works. Okay? I'm going to drop down underneath. Chest and thighs get to the floor. Hands underneath the bar would be smart. And when I come up, we're going to jump our feet. And go chest to bar. Okay? To scale. Jump down. Do a pull-up. If you need more of a scale, jump down. Do a touch. Okay? Chest, chin, or touch. All right, any questions on what's in black, the body weight movements? Okay? For DT, very classic barbell complex. Timothy Davis is actually who this is named after. I think it's been around since like 05 or earlier. He was, I believe, a parajumper, if I'm not mistaken. But it's probably one of the most classic CrossFit barbell complexes out there. 12 deadlifts. 9 hang power cleans. 6 jerks. So on that jerk, you could strict press, but please don't. That's a really bad idea. You'll get exhausted early. You could push press. Not an overly bad idea if it's feeling light and feeling fast. For most, either push jerk, or I'll redip it, or if you need to, split jerk. Okay? But the bar's got to get locked out overhead under control. So, if you think of DT, it goes low part of the body, middle part of the body, top part of the body. Okay? The barbell is perfectly in position for the next move when you finish the prior one. Meaning, when you finish your 12th deadlift, let's say that's number 12. This is right where I needed to start a hang power clean. All I gotta do is change direction. Boom. When I finish a hang power clean at number 9, it's right where I need it for jerks. Does that make sense? That being said, and for those of you that have done DT before, many times you probably heard us say this, but a great way to split this up is if it's light enough, however we trade back and forth, if James can get to the 11th deadlift and he drops it, then I can do the 12th deadlift and I'm fresh and ready to go right into the hang power cleans. Does that make sense? What doesn't make sense, if James does 12 deadlifts and drops it, I gotta do an extra one anyways just to get it into position. Everybody follow that? The same is true from the hang power clean to the jerk. If he gets us to like 8, or we go back and forth and he stops at 8, I do the 9th, it puts me in position to try and get the jerks, okay? But if James goes 9 hang power cleans and puts it down, well, I gotta basically do that anyways just to get it into position to do jerks. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So a good way to break that up, early on, we're gonna use medium weights. So I'll write some hard suggestions on the board before we go. I think something you can cycle pretty well. It's moderately comfortable, but it's not a warm-up weight. If I can get 11 deadlifts, and then my partner takes over and does the 12th and tries to get 8 hang power cleans, and I take over and get the 9th and I do all 6, that's like an amazing way to split that up. You'll probably be able to do that at the first weight on the bar. When we increase the weight and the rounds go down, might be a little too heavy to do that. We might need to go back and forth a little more, but still keep the principle in mind. If he does, let's say 4 deadlifts, I do 4 deadlifts, that puts us at 8. He does 3 more. I can do the 12 and try and get a bunch of these hang power cleans. He can kind of finish them up and maybe get a few jerks, then I might have to help finish the jerks. Does that make sense? It's always great to stop 1 rep short, so your partner can kind of take over because the bar is going to be where they need it for the next move. Cool? All right, loads-wise. Something you can move fairly well. It's not a warm-up weight, but you can probably hit big sets on this. On this one, heavy-ish, meaning you're going to have to share to get through those reps. So think like, all right, I probably can't hit 6 jerks in a row at this weight unless I really, really go for it, or I'm just super strong. Okay? And enter heavy. We're talking like this is going to be a grind, and hopefully you realize that you're very thankful it's only 2 rounds. Okay? So think like obviously the jerk is the limiting factor for most people, even though it's got the smallest amount of reps. That shoulder to overhead movement gets really tough. If you can get 1 or 2 at a time, you're probably at the right weight here for the finish. Okay? Any questions on your Friendship Friday workout? Nothing? All right, guys, I trust you. Let's get shoulder to shoulder.